Special good morning to one and all. I want to thank you for being here with us this morning. Today marks a very exciting and important moment in the Sknfa's journey. As we strive to continue to raise the standard of football here at all levels, it is important that we recruit persons who can help advance the strategic agenda of the Sknfa Football Association. And so we're here this morning to officially introduce some of those persons. Before I turn it over to President Harris, just some housekeeping matters. Everybody, make sure that your phone is on vibrate or silent. Secondly, we will be open for questions after the presentations, but when asking your questions, please state your name and the media entity that you represent. Without further ado, I turn it over to President Harris.
Thank you, Deputy General Secretary. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, St. Kitts and Nevis. Good morning, media. On behalf of the Sknfa, its council and its members, I would like to thank you for attending and thank you for listening in out there in the wider world. Today, it's an exciting day. We've been working tirelessly to improve football in St. Kitts and Nevis. We prioritized the governance at first, and now that we feel comfortable enough, we've been working in the background building our technical department. Here at the head table, I would like to officially introduce our new technical director, Mr. Gilberto Jr. Damiano Maciel, head of female football, Ms. Kalia Huggins, Director of Youth Football for Girls, Mr. Earl Jones, and to my far left, Director of Youth Football for Boys, Mr. Travis Rogers. To his right, his immediate right, Mr. Lester Morris, who is Head of Coaching Education. And obviously we have Mr. Jamia Claxton, who is the Deputy General Secretary and Senior Men's Team Manager of the Football Association. Here at the Sknfa, we continue to strive, we continue to look forward to building and growing football here in St. Kitts and Nevis. We have a number of ongoing programs, running programs that we intend to continue. We have the U13 and 14 girls who have been training for quite some time, I think about 4 to 5 months now. We have the U15 boys as well, who's going to participate in the CONCACAF U15 boys tournament in Aruba shortly. They'll be traveling, headed by Travis Rogers, who is going to be the head coach of that team. Our leagues are ongoing. The Premier Division is currently ongoing. Division 1 men just completed with the champions, Deep Bay Eagles, and runner-up, Newton United Football Club, has been promoted to the Sknfa Premier Division. Our Women's League with the President Cup W, will kick off on Wednesday, the 6th August, between Old Road United Jets and Newton United Football Club. That match will be held in Keyon on the 6th, and looking forward to the exciting start for the Women's League, and looking forward and inviting you to attend. The match will be free, of course, so I'm inviting you to come out to St. Mary's Park in Keyon to have a look and support female football on the senior level. Later this year, we're looking forward to the qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers of the senior women's team. They will be participating. The official draw hasn't been done yet, so once we do that official draw, we will inform the general public and our members. So now I'll turn it over to Mr. Damiano, who will introduce himself to St. Kitts and Nevis, as he'll be heading the technical department.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here today. It's a privilege to be able to work with such an important part of Caribbean football, which is St. Kitts and Nevis FA. I'm currently living in London, so I'll be moving to St. Kitts soon. I'm from Brazil. Half of my life I've lived in Brazil and the other half in England. I moved in 2001, so 24 years there in England now. I'm very passionate about trying to create a different type of football, a football that is inclusive, a football that makes an impact in people's lives. And speaking for a few weeks now with Mr. President, I've realized that this is a place where this can become reality. So I'm looking forward to start with you guys and work hard towards a common dream, which is making some kids and Nevis become a powerhouse in the Caribbean.
Thank you, Mr. Damiano. I'll now turn it over to the head of female football, Ms. Kalia Huggins.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Kalia Huggins, and I have, as you just found out, been appointed as the head of female football. Now, the plan or the goal is for us to bring female football to a level that it's not yet at. So working along with the TD as well as the director, we intend to do it or start working on it as soon as possible. Female football, or females on a whole, need to understand that it's not just on the field that they can play, but we are encouraging individuals to also coach. As everyone knows, I am coach for Dearborn Eagles, yes, but that move should have, or I'm hoping, inspired a lot of females out there to come on board, be coaches, be lineswomen, be referees, basically getting involved in football in every aspect of it. And that is how we can work together and build female football in St. Kitts and Nevis. Now I'm going to turn over to the director.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Earl Jones. This is something I'm very passionate about, and to be honest, it's something that I would give up anything to do. All right. For me, I've been involved in female football in St. Kitts and Nevis for a very long time. Since about 2017, I've been involved in the national program, coaching the various different national teams, and we've been doing wonders since then. Now, I think we have a very good opportunity to change a lot of lives, right? Since in the Easter, we've been here with some kids, practicing daily. I mean, 4 days a week, going strong. Just recently, we came from Anguilla. For us, it was a win-win situation, having the opportunity to give the girls, that opportunity to play, competitive matches, This is what they've been looking for, and this is what we want for St. Kitts and Nevis, So again, I'm happy to be here. I want to thank the Sknfa Executive Committee for giving me the opportunity. I want to thank my family and my friends, and I'm willing and ready to serve, Thanks again.
Okay, so we'll now introduce Mr. Travis Rogers, the Director of Youth for our boys programs.
Good morning. My name is Travis Rogers. Just as my colleague stated, this is a step forward in the right direction for the football in St. Kitts and Nevis. We want to just say, moving forward, youth football will see a drastic change. The foundation is key, and with the support of the clubs and the general public, we hope that to see St. Kitts youth football on the rise in the near future. Thank you very much.
Okay, and we save the best for last. Introduce our head of coaching education. As you know, coaching education is a very important pillar for us, and so we felt that it was important to have someone leading this charge. Mr. Lester Morris, our head of coaching education.
Thank you, Jamir, and a pleasant morning to each and every one of you at the head table. It's indeed an honor to be here. And a pleasant morning as well to those of you who are listening via internet or whatever other means. I must say it is indeed a great moment this morning. And carrying the mantle of head of coaching, it is no mean any small shoes to fit. And so therefore I'm up to the task, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve whenever I can. With 30 years experience under my belt in education and coaching, it is indeed a momentous occasion this morning. And so I want to say thanks again to the Sknfa for that clarion call, for ensuring that our coaching department is filled with the best persons here at the head table. In terms of coaching going forward, it is important that we change the mindset of many of our coaches, and just to get them on board in terms of what we are planning and what we are doing to ensure that St. Kitts and Nevis football moves in the right direction. It's a new dispensation. It's a, whatever you want to call it, a new flagship, whatever it is. But it is a great time, and we're grateful. And at the end of my stint, it is important that at least we have a number of qualified, international, certified coaches, as well as ensuring that the local product is also of a high standard, that when persons come to view our national league, they can say that it is indeed a change in the right direction. So this morning I want to say thanks again, and we trust and hope that as we move into the new direction, that things set off in the right way. Thank you.
So I'd like to thank the entire head table for their remarks and presentation. We'll now open up to the media for questions. Just a gentle reminder, state your name and the media entity that you represent. So we are now open for questions.
And how do you see that taking St. Kitts Nevis football forward?
Thank you for your question, Mr. Fuentes. Yeah, I'm confident. You see, young, energetic, very passionate group that we've put together. I know Mr. Damiano, he has been here for a couple of days now. I think he was flying longer than he's been on the ground, so due to delays, etc. However, he was able to step on the field last night with our female program, our under 14 girls. He did some finishing drills and so forth with them, so it shows that he, even before he was officially introduced, he was ready to, he hit the ground working already. Miss Kalia Huggins, you know, she's very, very passionate. They think she's the first female to gain promotion, lead a team to the Premier Division, so I think that deserves a round of applause. So I don't think there's anyone better at this moment having a female who has proven that she can lead to lead the head of female program, to be the head of the female program. The director of female youths as well, Earl Jones, I think most of us know him. Earl has been very committed, leaving, calling me different hours of the day, putting ideas together and implementing plans for our young girls. They've been showing up from Bastia to St. Paul's to Nevis. They've been committing themselves 4 times a week, and he's been there along with Coach Al Richards every week. So I want to thank you again, Mr. Jones, for your commitment. Travis Rogers, I think he has a bed at the technical center. You cannot deny, question his commitment to football, youth football in particular. He lives at the technical center. He watches videos. He shares ideas. He come up with different plans and so forth. So Travis, continue doing what you're doing and looking forward to greatness. And one thing, Mr. Morris now over 30 years of experience as a teacher. His work speaks for itself. I don't think I need to go on. I think the whole of St. Kitts and Nevis know who Mr. Morris is. Fantastic person. he is now given the opportunity to even further showcase what he has been doing all along. So welcome on board and thank you for. So to answer your question, Mr. Fuentes, I'm 100% confident and positive that this group will lead us forward, lead us in the right direction, and I have no doubts that we'll be moving forward and leading the region in a few years.
For your technical director, how do you feel about this challenge that you have now accepted?
Sorry?
The technical director, how do you feel about this challenge you have now accepted?
I see this as an opportunity. In life, opportunities like this, they don't come very often. You know, you're working with brilliant people. You're working with people that want what's right, you know, for their country. And when you say the word challenge, I look at opportunities. I look at ways of making football a better place for everyone. You know, football should be fun. Football should be enjoyable. I think people are forgetting about that. You know, and we want to try to manage the sport the best way possible. So, yes, there has to be the need to compete and to get results, but we can do that by enjoying, by creating the right environment, by leading by example, and by making the right choices.
And for Mr. Huggins, first of all, congratulations on your accomplishment. Leading the women's program now, especially with World Cup qualifiers around the corner. What are some of your plans and how important is that project for you?
Okay, as I said before, I would definitely have to work with my TD and my director. So the idea is not on the table as yet, as we're now just coming on. However, we are looking into bringing the girls back on board and have them training as soon as possible. And as I said before, once we get those girls to come out, we definitely will have a plan so that we can dominate, or the goal would be to dominate in the World Cup qualifiers. So that is the plan for now.
Andre Huey, Sknfa Media. My question would be to the technical director. What would be your immediate priorities as technical director? There are quite a number of things. It's a wide area that you're responsible for. What would be some of your immediate priorities?
The priority is creating relationships. First of all, I think that's the main part of my role now is to show people who I am, you know, what I'm here for, and try to unite, you know, the community towards the same goals. Above that, there are three main pillars that I would like to propose, you know, to the association and to all members of the technical team. And these pillars are making sure that we get inside the clubs, you know, we support the development of the coaches. I'm a UEFA Pro licensed coach, and I know how important it is for the coaches to always be, you know, improving, learning, and passing over that experience to the players. So alongside the coach education department, that's going to be one of the priorities. If we make the club environment even more competitive, you know, I've watched some games and I love the passion, I love the way the teams play, you know. It's really inspiring at times. But if we can add a little bit more to what is already there, I think the national team, the senior national teams will benefit. So the second pillar is working alongside key partners within the community, and one of them is the schools. Schools is where dreams become reality. I'm from Brazil. I played football my whole life, and everything started in school, you know. So we're going to try to create more projects, you know, support schools even more, and making more kids fall in love with the game. So that's where it happens. And then they can continue their development outside schools, and hopefully the number of players, boys and girls, male and female, will grow. And the third pillar is just to make sure that we leave a legacy. You know, we want to try to put something together, you know, the so-called national DNA, which is not only a way of playing, it's a way of living. So that's the third pillar, and that's the one that will make the most impact.
Congratulations on your win, creating history as the first female coach to do what you did. I know you said that the works are it's still being developed. What
Correct.
exactly your role would be, but would taking charge of coaching be part of your responsibility or the core part of your responsibility with the women's team?
Taking part of coaching? No, I would leave that up to my coaches to do the job. But being behind the scenes and being able to manage the entire system, that is what I will be doing. For the director and the TD, they have their roles and I have my roles. But so to answer your question, coaching will not be a part, but devising the plan so that we can be successful, so that each one of us can play that role to execute it. That would be my plan.
Quickly to Travis, I know you don't want me to ask you, but I come in your direction. Travis, you have been involved with youth coaching for quite some time, and there has been some progress, a lot of progress under your watch. How would you measure the progress over the years in the different age groups, especially in the boys' youth program over the years?
So I've been working with the FA for about 9 years, and I've been working with youths for most of that time. We have some very talented players that comes out of the school program. As the TD said, one of his pillars is to get a relationship with the schools. And I think if we get our hands in the school, we'll see more better players coming out to the school program and coming into the National Academy, where now we harness that talent, and the end goal is to get them out of St. Kitts and into schools or into academy. So, thanks.
And maybe this question goes to Mr. Morris. As Travis just spoke about the schools, the school system, utilizing the school system, how is the Sknfa working with the sports department to ensuring that there's a constant pool of talent coming from the school tournament, the school program, into a more national setup?
Well, collaboration is very important, and you heard it as well from the TD. I mean, the integration of the schools along with clubs, communities, etc., is going to be a very integral part of what happens as we go forward. And so I think the key thing here is collaboration. And as Travis says, if we could get harness the talent from that very young and tender age, a part of the coaching education as well is to ensure that our coaches from the grassroots to elite level, they are definitely locally effective. And so we can see that the Sknfa definitely would need to have some sort of merger with the Ministry of Sports to ensure that our school leagues are of a certain standard. And in that way, we could really produce the best players. And as Travis likely said as well, as they get into the national programs, then the talent could be harnessed and further go out into the world to effectively change the landscape of football in St. Kitts. So again, in closing, I think the collaborative effort would be very, very welcome.
My last question would be for the President. Obviously, major announcements, these appointments, showing that direction in which St. Kitts football is heading. Sometimes fans want to see immediate results. So you now have a TD, you now have a head of women's football, etc. They want to see now the women's team and the men's team going out and do wonders. Maybe speak to the importance of the process that this takes, that you're starting something now. You may not see the results right away, but later on it will bear fruit.
Thank you, Huey. So it's important to note that development takes time. Development takes time at the youth level. It's about improving day by day. Every day we want to see some sort of improvement. Over time, we have strategic goals that we want to meet. At the senior level, we all know it's about winning at the senior level. The senior level, the senior men's and senior women, those are our flagship teams, and we know it's about getting results there. But anything after that, it's about development, because we're going to prepare them to get to that level. We want to target the U17 level, where every year they have the U17 World Cup in both male and female. And I think it's a realistic opportunity for us to eventually qualify. For one of those tournaments. if you notice, our boys and girls have been training for quite some times in preparation for that. We just recently came back from Anguilla, where we participated in a U14 competition, but a lot of our girls were like 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds. So we wanted to get them the experience of playing competitive football in an unfamiliar environment, and I think they enjoyed it. They enjoyed it, and we've learned a lot about them. They've learned a lot about themselves, and now we continue to work in that aspect. So, to the general public, yes, I know sometimes you want to see immediate results, but we're working. We've been without a technical director since about January, and I know there has been little shoo and little murmuring about when we're going to put the technical director in place. However, and with a conversation with our new technical director, I think he was impressed to see that we actually had running programs, even without the presence of appointed technical director. So that shows the commitment from the Sknfa standpoint to ensuring that football development continues. So we're going to make you proud. We want your support to the general public. We want your support. As the TD said, we're looking to unify the whole of St. Kitts and Nevis and set a standard where we can go together. Yes, we are small Twin Island Federation, and I know that we can do great things together once we continue to commit ourselves.
Lastly, to Earl, the president just spoke about the girls participating in the under-14 friendly in Anguilla. Talk to us about that. I mean, in terms of the progress you've seen in the girls, they're young, but it was a new experience for them.
Yeah, as I said previously, it was a win-win situation for us. The president just mentioned that we had a lot of 10-year-olds inside there. About 10-year-olds went on the trip, and they've been committing the time, coming out to train and stuff, learning the game. I've seen, major improvement technically. I want to take this opportunity to make an appeal to the various different clubs, even parents. Football is a vehicle. Football is a vehicle to change lives. And I mean, coming to us, having the opportunity to work with these girls, we have seen a lot of passion, the love for the game. We have players developing a love for the game, and for us, I mean, we will continue to work with them, Andre, and to make them better players and better humans. Thanks.
So, and before I turn it over to the Deputy General Secretary to close off, I would like to thank the parents of the various youth teams for their commitment, their support. I can't thank you enough. Some of the parents even offer their services to teach our young boys. Mr. Somerset, special thank you to you for taking time out to having classes for our U15 boys, some of whom might have been struggling a bit with their preparation for their exams. I want to thank you from the Sknfa. The parents of our young girls, your commitment. I know some of you sometimes might not be in the best position to assist, but you've made it work. So your support hasn't been unnoticed, and thank you again for your commitment. I'll now turn it over to Deputy General Secretary to close off.
Okay, so if there's no further questions from the media, I want to echo the commitment of the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association to the development of football here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and this is evident by the team that we have assembled to carry out this strategic agenda. As we endeavor to fulfill this mandate, I'm encouraging all the stakeholders, clubs, coaches, parents, players, even the private sector and the Ministry of Sport to join us on this journey, because what we are doing or what we plan to do will have impact even beyond the football field. We will change lives and we will impact this country for the best. So I want to thank the media for being here with us this morning. I want to thank all of those who are viewing online. And as I say, join us on this journey to change lives in St. Kitts and Nevis.